Good morning everyone, and thank you for being here today. Our presentation is titled, Addressing Male Violence Against Women, a Global Human Rights Challenge. We'll be exploring the profound impact this issue has worldwide, delving into the underlying causes, and discussing effective strategies for prevention and social change. This is a critical topic that affects millions, and together, we'll work through how we can better understand and address it. Let's begin. Male violence against women is one of the most critical issues facing our world today. It's not just a social problem but a profound human rights challenge that demands our immediate attention. This violence takes many forms, including physical abuse, sexual assault, and psychological harm, and it occurs in every society around the globe. Recognizing and acknowledging this violence is crucial because it goes to the heart of human dignity and equality. Addressing male violence against women is not only about protecting rights, it's about pushing forward social justice and creating a foundation for sustainable development worldwide. This issue truly stands at the frontier of human rights efforts today. When we look at the global picture, the scale of male violence against women is deeply troubling. The World Health Organization reports that about 1 in 3 women worldwide have experienced some form of physical or sexual violence, whether from a partner or someone else. To put that in perspective, that means over 736 million women have been affected by this violence. The impact goes far beyond the immediate harm. It leads to serious health issues, including both physical injuries and mental health challenges. There are also significant economic costs, lost productivity, medical expenses, and more. On top of that, the social consequences ripple through communities and societies, creating deep-rooted problems that make progress difficult. Understanding this broad scope helps us grasp just how urgent and widespread the issue truly is. When we look at the causes and contributing factors, several key elements come into play. First, patriarchal social norms create an environment where male dominance is seen as acceptable, which can perpetuate unequal power dynamics. Closely related to this is gender role socialization, where societal expectations often encourage control and aggression, reinforcing harmful behaviors. Economic stress and unemployment also play a significant role, as financial hardship tends to increase tension and conflict within households. Additionally, substance abuse and psychological disorders can elevate the risk of violent behavior, further complicating the situation. Cultural acceptance is another factor. In some communities, violence is tolerated or even viewed as a normal form of discipline, which makes addressing the issue more difficult. Finally, weak law enforcement and judicial systems that fail to hold perpetrators accountable allow these behaviors to continue unchecked. Each of these factors contributes to a complex web that sustains violence and makes it challenging to break the cycle. When we look at the consequences of male violence against women, the impacts are profound and far-reaching. First, there are physical injuries, which can range from minor cuts and bruises to severe, life-threatening harm. But the damage doesn't stop there. Psychological trauma is equally serious, with many survivors experiencing depression, anxiety, and even post-traumatic stress disorder. This trauma can deeply affect their mental health and overall quality of life. Beyond the individual level, many victims face social isolation and stigma. This can cut them off from their support networks, making recovery and seeking help even more difficult. There are also significant economic losses tied to this violence. These come from the costs associated with medical care, lost income due to inability to work, and reduced productivity in the workplace. Finally, it's important to recognize the broader societal impacts. Violence against women reinforces existing gender inequalities and helps perpetuate cycles of violence within communities. Understanding these consequences highlights why addressing this issue is not only a matter of personal safety but a critical step toward healthier, more just societies. To effectively prevent and address this issue, we need to focus on several key strategies. First, strengthening legal and educational frameworks is crucial. This means not only creating robust laws but also ensuring they are strictly enforced. At the same time, comprehensive education programs should challenge deep-rooted gender stereotypes and foster a culture of respect from an early age. Next, community and professional support services play a vital role. We need safe spaces and counseling services where victims can find assistance and healing. It's also essential to provide targeted training for professionals like law enforcement officers, healthcare providers, and educators, so they are better equipped to respond sensitively and effectively. Finally, empowerment and international cooperation are fundamental. Empowerment initiatives that promote economic independence and leadership opportunities for women can drive long-term change. Additionally, collaborating internationally allows us to share best practices and pool resources. Public awareness campaigns are also key to shifting social attitudes and norms. Together, these integrated approaches create a foundation for lasting, meaningful progress. Addressing male violence against women demands both urgent and sustained commitment. It's not something that can be solved quickly or with short-term efforts. We need to focus on key priorities for change, starting with developing and implementing policies that specifically target gender-based violence. At the same time, we must work towards broader societal shifts that promote gender equality in all institutions and communities. Increasing funding is critical, not only for prevention and response programs but also for research that helps us understand what works. Additionally, improving data collection allows us to design evidence-based interventions and track our progress effectively. Collaboration is essential. Governments, civil society, and the private sector need to work together. Innovation plays a big role too, whether it's new prevention tools or better support systems for survivors. Importantly, elevating survivor leadership ensures that policies and programs are grounded in real experiences. By taking these steps together, we can make significant advances toward eliminating male violence against women and creating a safer, more equitable world.